be working on mole or quantity to mole problems in this section. Very similar to what we did with mole to quantity, except we're going to be looking at a specific, adding one little piece. So if you remember, when we had a mole to mole problem, our steps were balance, given an unknown, mole ratio, substitute, and solve. Then when we had a mole to quantity question, similar steps, balance, given an unknown, mole ratio, substitute, solve for moles, and then finally was our convert step. Now, when we're working on quantity to moles, we need to think about where we want to do the conversion. So the first two steps always remain the same, balance and given and unknown. But before we can go on to the mole ratio, we need to convert our given quantity into moles. Then once we do that, we can put it in the mole ratio, substitute, and then finally solve for moles. So that's what we're going to look at in this class. So let's do an example. 25.6 liters of O2 is produced, or sorry, isn't produced, is used in the combustion of ethane, which is C2H6. How many moles of, let's say, CO2 vapor are produced? And then we'll say this reaction is happening at room temperature, so we'll say SATP is the volume that we're going to use. So let's start off with our balance. We know this is a hydrocarbon combustion reaction, and we know we have C2H6, and that combusts in the presence of oxygen. And combustion reactions always form CO2 and water. So when we look at this balance, this is actually a bit of a tricky balance because of the 6 here. So we're going to put a 2 here and a 6 there. Put a 4 there. So this will give us 4 carbons, 12 hydrogens, 12 hydrogens, 6 oxygens here, plus another 8 is 14. So we're going to put a 7. Our given, so there's step 1. Step 2. Our given, in this case, is going to be 26, 25.6 liters of O2. And our unknown is going to equal X moles of CO2. And just as a reminder, this is at SATP. So third step is convert to moles. So before we put anything into the mole ratio, we need to convert. So step 3, we have to take that 25.6 liters of O2 and multiply it by 1 mole over SATP, which is 24.8 liters. So we're going to do that. We're going to take 25.6 and divide it by 24.8. Just doing it on my calculator here, and I get 1.03 moles of O2. So now we're going to do our mole ratio, our given over unknown. So we have O2 over CO2 equals 7 over 4. So a fairly unique ratio. Step 5, we substitute 1.03 over x equals 7 over 4. We're going to do our cross multiplication step, and we're going to get 4 times 1.03 equals 7x. Divide each side by 7. So x will equal, this is step 6, our x will equal 0.590 moles of CO2.